Hello everyone, Steve here. Thanks for tuning into my channel. So for anyone who has traveled along the highway QEW either towards or from Niagara Falls, Ontario through Hamilton, Stony Creek, Grimsby, Beamsville, and the St. Catharines area, you most likely have noticed these large, mysterious antenna sites along your journey, especially at night, as they are lit up well with their red lights and they are very prominent. There are a few locations in the area that you might have noticed from the highway, from the lakeshore, or you might have noticed them on top of the Niagara Escarpment, east and west of the Hamilton area, and around the bend towards Toronto. In today's video, I will be visiting those mystery sites and explaining to you what they are. So here we go. Alright, so the first site that we're at, I am just off the QEW at Casablanca on the south shore of Lake Ontario. This site here, it is quite simply, if you ever wondered what it was, it is just a simple AM radio station transmitter location. The owner of this is Rogers Communications, CFTR 680 out of Toronto. That's, for those of you that live in the area, that's 680 News on your AM dial. Their studios are in downtown Toronto, and their transmitter is across the lake to where we are here. It operates on 50,000 watts day and night, and it is a directional antenna, meaning that the signal is pointed towards a certain area. In this case, it's pointed towards Toronto, Hamilton, Kitchener, Cambridge, most of southwestern Ontario. They don't want it pointing towards the south as to not interfere with any US stations that operate on 680. Anyway, this is our first site, and let's go down the QEW and visit the next location. Alright, so we're at our second site. We're about 15 kilometers east of the previous transmitter that I showed you. This one is located south of the QEW and south of the South Service Road at Merritt Road in Lincoln. This is an 8-element AM radio transmitter site similar to the previous one. This one belongs to CFIQ AM 640 out of Toronto. Their studios are also in the Toronto area, Richmond Hill to be exact. It operates on 50,000 watts day and night, and it is also a directional signal that points towards Toronto, Hamilton, and most of southwestern Ontario. Let me know in the comments if you've ever DX'd this signal. All right, we are at location number 3. This time we are up on top of the Niagara Escarpment. We're located northeast of the town of Smithville. We are at Sobey Road and Park Road South. That is just north of Mud Street East. This is another AM transmitter site. You can see their towers from the QEW. You can also see these ones from across the lake. I used to have a condo in Etobicoke, and I was able to see these lights far away up on top of the Niagara Escarpment. This is a 9-element array, meaning there are 9 towers on this site. This site belongs to CJCL 590, also known as Sportsnet 590, and previously the Fan 590. Their studio is located in the Rogers Building on Bloor and Jarvis Street in downtown Toronto, and their transmitter is located out here in wine country, out here in the Niagara region. They operate at 50,000 watts day and night, and they are also a directional antenna, and they point towards the Greater Toronto, Hamilton, as well as southwestern Ontario. All right, we are at site number 4. We are just east of the village of Binbrook, on the southeast outskirts of the city of Hamilton. I am located on the corner of Binbrook Road and Hendershot Road. This is another AM transmitter site. This one belongs to CHAM 820, formerly known as 820 CHUM, out of the city of Hamilton, now known as Funny 820. All right, we've arrived at our next location. We are just off of Highway 56 on Concession 4. This area is known as Empire Corners. These antennas you may have noticed if you're traveling towards Dunnville or Cayuga along Highway 56. They are also visible along much of the southern part of the escarpment where I am. We are located southeast of the city of Hamilton and south of the village of Binbrook. These are also AM antenna arrays. They belong to CKOC 1150 out of Hamilton. Their studios are in the city of Hamilton and their transmitter is located out here. Looks to me like they're a 7-element array. They operate in 50,000 watts during the day and 20,000 watts at night. And they are also a directional signal which point towards the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area and much of southwestern Ontario. Okay, so we're moving westward now. We are west of the city of Hamilton. I am on Concession Road 6 West and Valens Road. We're between Hamilton and Cambridge, north of Highway 8. This transmitter location is a little bit hard to see. I actually had trouble finding it. This is an 8-element array, and this one belongs to the historic Hamilton radio station 900 CHML. They operate at 50,000 watts day and night, and they are a 2-pattern directional antenna. This one points towards the city of Hamilton, and it also points towards the Niagara area and towards upstate New York. It also points southwards to the northern shore of Lake Erie. All right, we are headed eastward once again. This time we are following the northern shore of Lake Ontario. We are in the town of Oakville, just east of Bronte Road at Highway 5, also known as Dundas Street. This is a 6-element AM transmitter. This one belongs to CJYE 1250, also known as Joy 1250. They are an Oakville AM radio station. Their studios are here in Oakville. They operate at 10,000 watts day and night using a directional signal which points towards the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. The area in which we are right now used to be a mostly rural area, a lot of open fields and stuff, and over the last 20 years or so it has developed into what it is today. It is a mostly urban landscape. Anyway, let's continue heading east. All right, so we are on Lakeshore Road, just west of Southdown Road, still in the town of Oakville. You can see these towers from quite a ways. You can see them from across the lake. You can see them from the Niagara Escarpment, from the Hamilton area. You can see them from the south shore of Lake Ontario. They're also visible from high-rises in the city of Toronto. You can see them when you're traveling east and west on the QEW, as well as the 403. These towers belong to CHUM 1050 out of the city of Toronto. They are now known as TSN 1050 and previously as 1050 CHUM. They operate at 50,000 watts day and night, and they are a directional signal which services the Greater Toronto Hamilton area as well as much of southern Ontario, as well as the Niagara region, and their signal can reach as far away as upstate New York. Anyway, we're off to our next and final location. All right, last and certainly not least, we are now on the border of the city of Mississauga and the town of Oakville. We're just off of Royal Windsor Drive and Avon Head Road. You can see these towers from quite a distance. You can see them across Lake Ontario. You can see them high up on the Niagara Escarpment. You can see them when you're traveling east or west on Highway QEW, as well as Highway 403. This AM radio transmitter site belongs to CFRB 1010 out of Toronto. They're a Class A clear channel AM station. Their signal reaches far and wide. At night, you can hear them in much of eastern Canada as well as the northeastern United States. I've heard of people DX'ing this signal as far away as Ireland. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever DX'd this radio station from a faraway place. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this video was educational. You now know what many of these tall towers are that are lit up at night with their red lights. As always, if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Anyway, take care.